There would be a way to win. Reynardo could feel it. He'd have to explore choices he'd never made before he could figure it all out, though. And with that, the book's pages fluttered to the beginning once again. And he fell. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Reynardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lupino needed rescuing. Of course, Reynardo had a pretty strong suspicion that Lupino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Reynardo really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Mixer Casual, playing more stories, The Path of Destinies. Let's jump right in. I'm feeling Skyrippy this time.
The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces deep. And then, this Emperor's horrific sacrifices had brought it back to the surface.
Well, that's
Reynardo
not great.
wasn't exactly sure how to use the legendary weapon. But surely, there must be some way to do it without provoking another catastrophe.
Probably.
He somehow summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the earth.
Seems likely.
Reynardo could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
I mean, nothing bad happened last time that anyone can prove. When the victim is everyone, it's a victimless crime. Because there's no universe in which the crime existed. That's how the law works.
Was Lupino still waiting to be rescued? No. He was probably drinking champagne with the ravens. Did ravens
That
drink
jerk.
champagne? Did rabbits? Reynardo felt oddly thirsty, come to think of it. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Reynardo never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out.
Yeah.
The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
Yeah, spoilers? We're going on side journeys this time. Cause we know what happens when we just pursue the Sky Ripper. Like, actually. It blows up the universe. But, if instead we say, get one piece of the Sky Ripper, and then fuck off and do other shit, well then, obviously that only leads to happiness and good times all around. Oh my god. Why do I not use that every... Oh my god.
That
Oh,
had been his mistake
holy
before,
shit.
thinking he could win a battle of wills with an ancient evil all by himself. He had to be cleverer than that. Or braver. Or something.
Have I read this? I think we've read this before. Yeah, gods are predictable. I recognize that line. If not, if I am mistaken, feel free to go back and pause that.
These things. Oh, that would be amazing. It would be like having a boat.
Okay. Fire Sword is also very good. But it did seem notably less very good than the Ice Sword. because the ice sword just killed everything instantly. I think this is the way to go? Yeah. They don't have fucking eyeballs in places that aren't the way to go. I'll play a little bit longer. I found the way to go.
Sleep tight, thought Reynardo.
Woo. Get fucked. I just really fucking hate these things. That's why I always like go out of my way to kill them all. Because they just fucking suck. Hey. Whoa! My dude! Fucking... I had a dude, like, captured. He still fucking stabbed me.
A puzzle. Reynardo loved puzzles. Except when he couldn't figure
If
them
I
out.
recall
On
correctly...
the other hand, if there was a puzzle, it was probably meant to keep people away from something important.
Did that count as a kill? Did that get me more energy? Yeah, shit, man. Like, fire sword's good and all, but the ice sword, like, literally just insta-kills everything.
Ooh, sparkly, thought Reynardo.
Like, yeah, fire sword gets some extra damage and, like, has AoE damage shit, but the ice sword makes it so that everything AoE freezes and then instantly dies when I look at it. That's a bit better. Shit, I wanna fucking get that. So I've got the most stamina I can possibly have. Right?
There it was.
The Skyfucker armature.
That dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it.
I don't know about that for certain.
He'd have to ask a scientist.
Guess who's not referencing Insane Clown Posse this time around?
Had a heart, a core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd
It doesn't make
sacrificed
sense.
one friend to get this
And that's why I'm gonna do it.
He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
It's just so crazy that I'll do it.
Himself, why he changed course to confront Zenobia. He'd no idea. Sometimes he would just do things, and he could never figure out why he'd done them.
It's almost as
Usually,
if
they worked out.
someone else was in
He was
control.
a hero.
Really, though, the correct answer is just because Zenobia is the best character. With the possible exception of Frog Dad.
He wanted to see her, wasn't it?
Aww.
It had been a dozen years since Sword Through School. He'd followed every rumor about her, every scrap of news. Not that he still loved her. After all, she was his enemy. No, it
Yeah.
was solely because know your enemy. But it would be great to see her. Even if they faced off across sword points, as they'd done so many times at school. The world was a less interesting place without her.
Aww. Reynardo. That's gay.
He'd once met a
But-
pirate captain who used hooks to get around his ship. Oh, what was his name again?
Get it? A pirate captain used hooks. It's Slippery Joe. As if anyone could forget the name of such a well-known pirate. Holy shit, man. Next upgrades I'm getting are gonna be fucking just increased
How could you convince a
sword energy.
or its friend?
Increased sword energy and then just ice. Oh, bullshit. Ice sword all the time. Cause like seriously. Man, I wish these fucking chests would actually give me like the last ore I need instead of not. Like, they're just giving me fucking, what's it called?
Worse with Zenobia than he'd done with the core, could he?
Like, Reynardo, I don't know. Can you destroy the universe with Zenobia? That's a rom-com I would watch. Some fucking... Ow, goddammit. Oh, fuckity shit. Some Madoka Magica shit. That was a fucking weird show.
You blinked.
I think the thing I hate most about fighting these guys is that, like, I could activate my sword and it wouldn't even work. Like, hitting these things... Oh, fucking really, chest? Hitting those things don't actually even count as, like, attacks.
She'd be expecting him. And he didn't have Lapino to cook up a clever plan. Why was it again that he hadn't got the core? Maybe because the results tended to be disastrous. These streets were familiar. The sword through stream was closed now, but he had been down that street 1,000 times. He knew that pub. He knew that alley. He knew the alley behind it much too well. No wonder Zenobia had chosen to invade this island herself.
Okay, ow. Don't... Come on. Come on. Wait, why is my sword not working? Do I just not have enough juice? Is that a thing that can happen? Wait, you died. I stabbed you. Shit. Even though it said I still had some juice, I didn't have enough juice to use my sword. That's not fair.
Reynardo slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all. Where were her guards? Finally, he reached her bedroom.
Man,
On her
Reynardo,
bed,
this is still creepy.
forgotten how beautiful she was. How sleek, how soft. He tapped
That's
her on the
fucking
shoulder
weird.
with his sword. She vanished, and he suddenly noticed he couldn't move except his mouth. In fact, soon he couldn't keep his mouth shut. He told Zenobia everything. Skyripper, the Iblistone, even where the secret rebel base was, until he was hoarse. It was
Well,
some kind of truth spell.
that's not great.
Talky truth spell. She called
It's
her
not
father by
cool.
Farspeaker Toad and filled his majesty in. But why didn't he get the core? Croaked the Farspeaker in something like his majesty's croak. Because I missed you, darling. Reynardo grinned.
Aww.
He doesn't even know why. Frowned Zenobia. That makes no sense. It's a trap, shouted the Emperor. I'll meet you at the outpost, and I'll bring my interrogators. If Reynardo came face to face with the Emperor,
I can dig it.
maybe he could assassinate him. But maybe it would be smarter and safer to turn Zenobia against her father.
Shit. Turned out to be a disaster, but maybe you could salvage the situation. No, she deserves to know the truth.
Asked Zenobia. Did you ever wonder why the Emperor adopted you? He asked her. She shook her head. He told her. His Majesty wanted to bring the lost gods back. They could make an Emperor of souls, an immortal. But to seal his bargain with them, he needed a sacrifice. Someone who truly loved him. She was stunned. Furious. You're lying. Under a truce spell? It's a trick. You can't prove that. Take me to the observatory, and I will.
Like, I feel like this is more the right thing to do rather than just going for the kill, right? Because we gotta make Zenobia an ally, 'cause she's super cool. If I just go in for the kill, then like,
What kind of
yeah, I'll kill the fucking Emperor, but
she said as they landed on the Nexus.
then she'll just kill me.
Literally sacrificed a village, and he left witnesses. The scientists resurrected one. Well, it's not really alive, but it can talk. A true witness. She frowned. The dead can't lie. Well, I bet they could. They just don't have any reason to.
I was literally going to say that word for word as a joke.
I don't want the ravens to see me.
This is why I love this game. It fucking gets me.
He wasn't that good. Yet.
What? Like, this game gets my bad jokes and then makes them for me. So I don't even have to feel bad for making awful jokes. 'Cause it's not me making them. I can then pretend and be like, oh, game, now that was a real stinker. When like, nah, I was totally planning on saying that exact same thing. I mean, obviously I'm not going to lie to you, my viewer, and pretend that I have a good sense of humor, and am not saying and thinking terrible jokes, because I am. But, like, if anyone, for whatever reason, like, misses me, just play this game instead. It's just as good, if not better, than actually interacting with me. Like, it's got everything that interacting with me has. Bad jokes, borderline furry status, swords, bad jokes again, a cat that does magic, is this, damn it, no, oh, whatever. I wanna get that last sword, but the game's holding out on me.
Don't
Hey.
you think I'd know if my father wanted to invoke the lost gods? Would he
Probably
tell you?
not.
No? Would you help him? No, I'd burn his books. Why'd he adopt a stray cat? You don't ask a thing like that. No?
Yeah, fucking
Not
rude.
When there's no good answer, she said, her whiskers twitching.
Granted, that letter we found,
Would be the perfect place for a tic-tac-toe board.
did say that, like, it wasn't his initial plan when he adopted her, didn't it? Like, obviously, like, who knows how fucking truthful that was, but, Like, it did say, like, this was not my initial plan when I adopted you, but it's something that I came to later.
The dead could be made to speak for a short while. Interestingly, they could not be made to lie. After all, what do they have to lose or gain by lying?
I always like that kind of a thing. Like, that's a trope. I guess a trope, for lack of a better word, that I really like when things do.
You wish there were more pylons you could use the hook on. We really needed to construct additional pylons.
Ha! Get it? It's the StarCraft phrase. Fuck. So good. Hey, guy. Woo!
Could be the new aerobics craze. Am I right?
Murder? I don't think murder's a great aerobics craze, my dude. I don't think that'll catch on. In fact, I very much hope it doesn't. It's, like, illegal and immoral, because it's fucking murder. Oh, that's not how that's supposed to look. It's a lot of dead frogs. It's a lot of dead frogs.
The observatory was a burning hulk. Dead scientists and black feathers everywhere. The ravens had burned the animated witness to cinders. Reynardo was stunned. There goes my proof. These were scientists.
Yeah, but in its own way, this is kind of its own proof.
Why would he do this? I don't know.
Like,
let's go to the fleet and ask him. Yes. I'll meet you on the mountains. There's something I have to get first. But could he afford to meet her in the mountains? He'd given the Empire the location of the secret rebel base. They would need rescuing.
No, I gotta rescue the base. Like, I'm sorry.
The truth of her father. But she could get the truth out of her father faster without him tagging along. Meanwhile, the fleet would soon be knocking on the door of the secret rebel base. Reynardo had better be there when they did.
I mean, that's a tough one, but I don't know. I feel I gotta defend the base. I mean, right? The Emperor knows.
So he had given the Sky Ripper's core to the Empire. He felt stupid about that. He hoped the Emperor didn't bring the Sky Ripper against the base. There was nothing he could do to fight a legendary weapon. Reynardo hated when he screwed up. One of these days, he would learn to look before he pounced. But today,
I mean, they can't use it.
He intoned for his own amusement.
They can't use the Sky Ripper core, cause like, I got the thing-a-do. And also, they're probably not stupid enough to blow up the universe with it.
When Reynardo went to the China shop, for some reason the owner was always nervous.
Like, the Emperor like wants to have a world to rule, so he won't risk blowing it up. He's not an idiot, just evil. Meanwhile, I'm definitely willing to blow up the universe.
I'll just have a dash, thought Reynardo.
Yeah, ice mode fucking burns through energy. but like, who fucking
Not
cares?
to tell the council he'd given the Empire Skyripper's core and the location of the secret base. They needed him in battle, not in the brig, right?
Seems fair.
The raven was slumped in a pile of its own feathers, like a tree in November.
You can't
What?
stop us. The Emperor has a weapon no warrior can defend against.
I
What happened
doubt
here?
that.
Reynardo asked. But the raven chose that moment to go to the great nest in the sky.
Aw.
So they'd made the core into a weapon. Well, that wasn't good.
Nah, that's pretty bad. But I think we'll be fine. And then we'll steal that weapon.
How do you tell if someone's far away or just really small?
It's actually, speaking of tropes and trends and stuff, that is actually one of them that I very much don't like. The idea that,
The long stairs.
a person or thing that only has one eye has no depth perception,
So far, so good.
because that's not true. Like, yes, they don't have binocular depth perception, but you can still get a pretty good, like, read on something's distance just based on, like, looking at things nearby. Like, looking at other things and comparing size as opposed to necessarily, you know, binocular cues. It's a weird gripe to have. And it doesn't come up in a lot of things, but it comes up often enough that anytime I see it, I'm just like, eh. But no. Like, I know obviously it's a dumb joke and I'm taking it way too seriously, but it still bugs me a little. Okay. So now we go to the secret
Reynardo had
rebel
never slain
base.
So many ravens. The secret base was gonna stink of burnt feathers for months. The council
Yeah.
speaker was confused.
Our spies say Zenobia has gone berserk. She attacked and destroyed an entire squadron of dropships.
You
This
go,
was
girl!
Amazing good news. He'd shown her the Emperor's evil. Now she'd gone over to the rebel side.
Hell yeah!
Our moment. Attack!
Reynardo exulted. They could
There's
win.
no way
Zenobia
this could
commanded
possibly
confidence.
end poorly.
Who would follow the mad emperor when they could follow his heir, who was wise and smart and a brilliant sorceress besides? But
Yeah.
the core and the Iblis stone. What evil could the emperor wreak with those? As he closed in on the
I
Imperial
doubt
fleet,
much.
Reynardo liked his odds.
Yeah. This is the good ending. I just know it. Or at least, it's one of the better ones, right? Surely this will end in a good way. With happiness and
How
love.
had he gotten into this mess? He'd never set out to be a hero. When he was a kid, he'd wanted to be a great cat burglar, until his mother had explained about foxes and cats. And then the Emperor had gone mad, and started sacrificing kittens to the lost gods. There were a lot of dead ravens here. Who had slain them?
Probably Zenobia. We were told that she was slaying ravens.
It was time for a little exploration.
Shit, what did I say I was gonna work towards? Sword energy. Oh, hell yeah. That's a lot of fucking sword energy increase. Yeah. Should probably also just get health, too. Because if I had more health, I wouldn't feel the need to have as much sword energy. Okay. I was scared for a minute there.
That was always a rush.
Like, if I have more health, then I'll feel more willing to dick around with sword stuff because I'll have a little less immediate peril.
There were raven bodies everywhere. The precision of the wounds. Reynardo recognized her style. It appeared that she was single-handedly turning the tide of the battle.
Yeah, 'cause she's a fucking
The
badass.
Emperor with only the core. Against him, all the rebels, his daughter and her ravens. He wished he was fighting alongside them, but they'd meet up soon enough.
Oh, shit, dude. Did you see that? Like, one fucking click, I took out, like, 17 dudes.
There was an inscription. Praise the sun.
Hey! It's a reference to that other game I'm playing. Get it? 'Cause Dark Souls. I guess the downside of, using the ice sword is that it doesn't... I feel like I'm getting less XP for these fights. Because I think that, like, once they're frozen, they don't count as, like, an enemy or something. And so it doesn't necessarily count as a kill, maybe? I'm also definitely getting fewer hits, which each, hit on your combo thing gets you, like, another 10 or 50 or whatever points.
Funny that this whole war had come about because the Emperor feared death. And now it was coming for him.
Yeah.
There was some sort of lesson there, wasn't there?
The lesson is, don't fucking suck. The lesson is, don't be a weenie. Get an ice sword. Boom boom pachoom. Boom boom pow. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm a god of sword.
Zenobia was cutting down the Emperor's bodyguard like they were mushrooms. The Emperor
An
was
interesting
frantically readying some arcane
metaphor.
instrument. Brass and hammered steel wrapped around a glowing, thrumming sphere.
It's not a sphere.
His core. Zenobia! Reynardo shouted. But he had no idea what else to say. Revenge! She shouted as she cut the last bodyguard down. A ray
Fuck, man.
glanced out of the sphere. Everything around her burst into flames, but her sword seemed only to absorb it. She walked towards Isengrim III like she was walking against a river. Nothing could stop
Shit,
her.
man.
They were going to win.
She's way too
Zenobia
fucking
stabbed the
badass.
Emperor dead and flicked the moaning apparatus off. He
Like,
was laughing hysterically.
holy fuck.
Or weeping, maybe.
That is the
They
most
had
fucking
won.
metal
She
shit
had-
ever.
I killed my own father. She wept, and he held her. He told
Yeah.
her he loved her. He would
Aww.
pull her back from the brink of madness.
And
But
then
the
she
core
fucking
thrummed
stabbed.
louder
Right?
and louder. At that
Oh.
moment, Reynardo understood that the core was going to explode catastrophically, and that this could have been victory. The Emperor and his daughter dead, the fleet destroyed. He'd almost been a hero. A
That's
legendary
not
one,
great.
maybe, if only he and the rebel fleet hadn't been here.
Well,
He should go back to some of the choices he'd faced before.
well,
Maybe there were new paths that had opened up. Like those doors he was opening up all over the map that took him to new treasures and around his enemies. And he hadn't learned anything new this time. He'd done the same thing twice, yet expected a different outcome.
I still am annoyed at that statement, because no, I did very different things. Alright, so thanks for tuning in, everyone. This was a much shorter one than previous times, which is interesting. I don't know why. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I'll see you next time for more stories. The Path of Destinies. Bye!